Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I've just watched a really interesting interview with Jeff Epstein, the CEO of APXT Technology, soon to be merging with Avepoint. There's no secret on this channel, I've done videos on APXT and Avepoint merging, and it is my biggest investment in the stock market. I have quite a lot of money involved in it, and I did a portfolio update yesterday to show you guys exactly what I've invested in my top 3 holdings, and to say everyone is either up or down, it doesn't matter. Things will change on a daily basis. We've had a really bad run. If you're invested in SPAC stocks or EV stocks in particular, this week has just been red all over. I think today NEO was hit heavily. That opened up underneath the 40s. It opened up in the $39 a share range. Got Palantir. Palantir is down under $22 a share. Now, I didn't think it would go that low. So I was picking up when it hit the 25, picking up more when it hit the 23. I picked up some more today when it hit $22 a share. If it goes into the teens, then I'm going to have to invest more into Palantir, I think, in a different account because I've maxed out my ISA now. So I'll just have to do it in a normal investing account. But Palantir is dropping, and $20 a share for Palantir, I think, is a steal long term. But we're not talking about Palantir today. We're not talking about NEO today. We're talking about APXT Technology, soon to be merging with Avepoint. So like I said, I watched a really interesting interview with Jeff Epstein. Search it on Google. It was only like a 5-minute interview, and it just reiterated and reminded me exactly why I've invested into APEX at the moment, soon to be Avepoint. So in the interview, so Jeff Epstein, he came across really well. He spoke about 5 key things that he was looking for when looking to merge with another company. And I'm just going to bring up some information here that he spoke about. So I'm going to bring up this chart again. I think I showed it in a previous video, but it's great when you hear a CEO of the SPAC company who are merging with this company actually talk about this again and discuss the reasons why they're merging, because they're the same reasons why I'm investing. Some huge positives here. So you can see here on this chart up here, there are 212 listed software companies in the NASDAQ, right? Out of those 212, 137 of them have 150 million in revenue or more. Of that figure, only 32 companies have 25% year-on-year revenue growth. And out of those companies, only 5 out of 212 have 10% EBIT margin. So out of 212 software companies on the NASDAQ, there's only 5 companies at the moment who meet all those 3 criteria, and Avepoint will be joining them. So to pick up a company at around, I invested in the $14 a share. I know it's dropped to $13 a share, and this week has been a red market for most SPAC and EV stocks in particular. So my average price, I bought some more today to average down. So I'm at around $14.80 a share. It's currently sitting at around $13.70. So I'm about $1 down a share. But they did announce in this interview that they are looking to merge by Q1 of 2021. So that's when it should close. The transaction should close by Q1 of next year. So it's not too long to wait. It's not too long, only a couple of months. The specific date hasn't been announced, but it's good to hear that he's actually given a rough idea. So Q1 of next year is what he said in the interview. And it was just great to hear him go through these figures and actually explain why they're joining or they're merging with Avepoint, because they are the same reasons why I have invested. Great potential moving forward, great leadership, great management. These 2 companies have got great management. Out of all the companies that I've looked at, these 2 merging, their board of directors moving forward will be insane. Such a high level of knowledge and experience in this sector in particular. And then he also went on to discuss the partnership with Microsoft and the growth that they're expected to see. So he spoke at the moment around having 3% of the customers of Microsoft 365 users, which is around 250 million. So they've got 3% of them at the moment, which is 7 million. And he spoke again, like we spoke about in the stock analysis, how they're looking to capture that 3%, move that to 10% of Microsoft future users, which is expected to be around 500 million. So they're expected to grow from 7 million to 50 million customers as Microsoft grows. So they're looking to grow with it. So these are some huge figures, and they don't give a date or a time frame, but the fact that he's talking about this and expressing this, it does give you hope, the fact that the management team expect big things moving forward. So he also went on to speak about his last 2 companies that he's worked for and how they developed over time and how he's looking to do the same with Avepoint. So I'll put the transcript up here of the interview. I'd really suggest, if you are investing in Avepoint or in APEXT Technology at the moment, to search for this interview and watch it. And it should give you a bit of confidence, because he does speak really well, and it just reminds you why you're investing as well. Jeff went on to say he served on the board of Booking Holdings for 16 years and he joined the board when it had a 1 billion market value. And when he retired last year, it had an $80 billion market value. He then talks about when he joined the board of Twilio. He joined when it had a $4 billion market value, and it's now over $45 billion. And that he's hoping for the same kind of growth in Avepoint. So it's really good to see that he has a track record of being a part of these companies that have experienced massive growth, and he's looking to do the same thing for Avepoint. So if you are invested into APXT currently and you see the share price going down, I wouldn't worry too much, because the fundamentals haven't changed, and a lot of SPAC companies and EV stocks are down at the moment. If it was just APXT down 5-10% and everyone else was in the green, then I'd be a bit, what's going on here? Something has happened. The fundamentals have changed, but nothing's changed. A lot of companies within this sort of sector, or newly IPO'd companies, are dropping. Like I said, Palantir's dropping, Neo's dropping. The list goes on really of those that are down this week in particular. So I just wanted to remind people why I've invested in this company, and perhaps if you wanted to go and see the interview, it might give you a bit of a boost as to why you've invested in this company as well. So I know I've spoken about trying to perhaps get a quick profit or pull some profit out within the next 1 month to 2 months. If that doesn't happen, then it's still fine. I can keep that money in there, because long term, this share price will not stay at $14 a share, $13 a share. It just won't. It just won't. They have far too much growth and far too much potential. And they're a great company now. It's not as if it's an unproven company that's IPOing and you perhaps see what the future holds. This is a profitable company with partnerships with Microsoft. Moving forward, expecting steady, decent amount of growth year on year. So yeah, that's just a quick update on APXT and an interview with the CEO of Apex Technologies. Once again, if you are new around here, hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Let me know what you're doing down below with Apex, and whether you're invested in them, looking to average down or looking to buy more. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and stay safe.